Hello and welcome to the Constant Troubles. Thank you for joining us this evening for a evening of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm Nan. I use the pronouns he, him, and I'll be your dungeon master tonight. Welcome to the Constant Troubles. Last session, we went to Zakhara and the city of Hayul, the city of intrigue, with our wonderful characters. We had a little bit of a mingle, met some weird merchants, had some weird interactions with old yayas and babushkas, and many kisses were shared. We then went and eventually met the Constant. After meeting quite a few NPCs, Constant is our new boss, I guess, that's giving us, taking over from the Count in terms of telling us what to do at the moment. Constant has sent us on a mission to go forth and rescue some mines further in the north of this area. And that is pretty much where we have left our characters. So let's meet our players and a word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Fluffles, who also uses she, her pronouns. Fluffles is a very adorable wagdoll tabaxi wogue of the soul knife variety. And they are here with her human upholding Gary, who is a common item, to be completely unchaotic and orderly within this party, which I'm sure will go to plan.
Hello, my name is Tom. I use he, him pronouns, as does Elijah. Elijah is a half-orc sorcerer, or a divine sorcerer even, blessed by the gods. Yeah, that's it. Half-orc divine sorcerer. There's nothing else going on here. You can trust me. I'm your friend.
Hi, I'm Scarlett. I'm playing Senna, both of which she, they pronouns. I am a dragon-blooded sorcerer with my brother Elijah, which is also a half-orc. Why would you question such things?
Hello there, my name's Josh. I go by he, him pronouns, and I shall be playing Devrim Stormbeard, who also uses he, him pronouns. Devrim is a dwarven fighter of the runic variety who has travelled over to a place that's not in Faerun, because spoilers, and has been working for somebody called The Constant, and is now meeting up with the others to hopefully guide them somewhere, hopefully, fingers crossed, and not do anything stupid.
Check out our sponsor, Phoenix Dice, for carefully crafted click-clack maths rocks for use in your favourite TTRPGs. Phoenix Dice work with recycled goods, meaning their products and packaging are all made with sustainable materials. You can go to phoenixdice.com to check their entire selection. And if you put !dice into chat, you can enter a raffle with a chance to win some dice of your very own.
We are delighted to be supported by Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, a Dungeons & Dragons strategy video game that brings D&D characters from novels, adventures, and multiple live streams into a single grand adventure. You can select your heroes and formation and then battle through waves of monsters for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, mobile, and Nintendo Switch. And if you put ! Code into chat, you'll get yourself a free Electrum chest.
Check out our amazing supporters at Elderwood Academy, who make beautifully crafted gaming-themed accessories, including spellbook deck boxes disguised as ancient arcane tomes, hex chest dice boxes, and scroll and codex dice towers and rolling tray pairings. You can make your own with their online designer at elderwoodacademy.com.
Big love to our D20 Club on Patreon. They're great. You're wonderful. We love you so much. And they help us keep the kobolds in line, which is very important. They get up to all sorts of cheeky jam-related activities. Anyway, the D20 Club, they've created a fan Discord where you can come and chat about all things Roll Together. And they've created a wiki page to help you keep track of all of our stories, which you can find at rolltogether.fandom.com. You can join and be as cool as they are from as little as one of your local currencies per month by following the link in chat or in the description below.
We are happy to be using Hero Forge and their fully customizable tabletop minis, which you can see on our overlay. Go check them out at heroforge.com.
We're using D&D Beyond during our games. You can check out our character sheets with exclamation mark characters in the Twitch chat below.
You can find us on social media by searching Roll Together RPG or by following the links in chat or in the description below. And if you can't join us live and also want to see any of our previous episodes, you can catch up straight after on YouTube or your favourite podcast provider by searching Roll Together RPG.
Finally, we run queer-friendly tables and encourage and support trans and GNC players and characters in our games. Our players and DM may portray characters that are of a different gender to their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen. We welcome corrections, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. Check out !safety in chat for content warnings and some of the safety tools that we use through the TTRPG Safety Toolkit.
So, we start the game mid-flight, as you are all riding upon Movden. Movden, as the three of you would know, Elijah, Fluffles, and Senna, is Senna's long-lost dragon daddy. You are soaring through the skies and heading on your way to Catalan. You're alright, Josh. You've already lost it.
We are riding Daddy.
Well, I mean, on Daddy is fine.
Really?
Hello,
Praise
Papa.
Dragon Daddy.
Praise Dragon Daddy.
Big brass daddy.
Big Brass Daddy.
So shiny is Daddy.
You know, as you ride, you can hear him just on the wind, making little puns and jokes. Just cracking classic dad jokes and just laughing to himself. I mean, like, you know, because the seaweed. Oh, down there. And he swoops down low, causing you all to have to hold on to the little. He's fashioned himself almost like what they called for horses a
Saddle.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's got like a saddle for when he's riding, you know, what he calls his kids around, because he has essentially adopted you all. Get your brains out the gutter, all right?
No, we love Dragon Daddy. He rides us around.
Anyway, as he takes you for a ride, he makes sure that he has a saddle for you. You can hear the screams of Gary, the man of holding, from behind you, Fluffles, as he's not used to traveling at this speed. Sometimes when you run off, you can hear his soft panting as he struggles to catch up with you, mainly because he's carrying so much stuff.
Is our stuff safe?
Your stuff's safe. Yeah, it's all tied
That's
down.
good.
Yeah, it's all tied down, don't you worry. And upon the beachfront, as it gets closer and closer into view, you can see that there's a little tent been made up, very much in the style of the Count. It has a luscious carpet has been draped down with a wonderful adorned tent of reds and golds, and it just looks beautiful, even from this speeding, probably eye streaming vision that you have as you come down. Devrin, meanwhile, on the beachfront, you are sat with the Count in the tent. There is food and drink and wine available. Would you have partaken in that, as it is kind of like a bit of a time to rest for yourself? You've been far away for a long time, and you're finally back in Faerun, back on the Sword Coast. Maybe not the greatest of memories, but are you finding time to chill out?
Oh yeah, oh definitely. I'm partaking in a lot of food. A lot of food. Maybe my body weight plus some in food. Definitely.
Great. You would probably know Vilfor, who is a grung who sits next to you, also drinking wine, speaking telepathically through his mind to you, just asking you about where you've been staying in Hale, and just generally making just polite conversation with you. Are you open to that? Is this something that you're kind of happy to do?
As this would be somebody who would obviously be within the circle of the Count, then yes, I would sort of tell him everything that I know about the city that I've been, about the cities that I've been in, where I've been, what I've been doing.
He just tends to respond with, very interesting, excellent, and that's a rather smoggy concept. Do you find the fresh air back in the Sword Coast better, or would you say that having this, you've applied yourself to the smog of Hale, and now you find yourself completely breathing it fine without any troubles?
It's definitely taking me a little while to get used to the fresh air again, although it is rather nice, I will admit.
The screams of Gary cut through this conversation as a large adult brass dragon lands on the beachside near to you. The Count just very lazily looks up and waves over to you all as you start to disembark. Gary starts to take all the luggage and bags down from the brass dragon, whose name, I'll repeat again, is Muvden.
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 Lovedon. Ah.
Muvden. And at that point, Muvden will shape change into that of a half-orc with shiny hair, that sort of blondie color to mimic the brass of his copper dragon style, and he wears like beautiful yellow robes. His shape changes and sort of helps Gary with the bags. Is like, "Are you okay there? Don't like you seem to be a little not used to." Gary's like, "It's fine. It's okay. It's okay." Starts like tying themselves up with it all, and it's like, walks over to the Count and says, "Well, Senna, it's going to be sad to see you leave, but I'm glad that I got to say bye before you go on your long travels away. Now, you'll keep each other safe, won't you, Elijah?"
Oh, of course. Main priority.
And Fluffles, it's great to see you as well. I think I might stay around for a little while if that's okay with you guys.
Sure,
Always.
Just until you go. Just want to say bye.
Everything is fine. Nothing is weird here. Everyone is happy.
So, is there anybody want to make an insight check, or is everybody okay with it? Yeah? All right, yeah, make an insight check.
100%. Am I good at insight? I'm not good at insight. That's an 8.
An 8. I think you think that Muvden is just kind of wanting to spend as much time with you guys as possible before you leave on your long journey, and yeah, just pretty much what he said. Just excited for you guys to be going off on another adventure, and just wants to make sure that he spends as much time with his long lost descendant and their twin, and yourself, Fluffles.
We are triplets.
Obviously.
Excuse me, but I am no one's triplet.
Oh, apologies. Adopted triplet.
Some sort of sibling.
I crouched down to look at you. So, you love us, really. You know it. Deep down underneath all the... You love us.
Do not presume anything. Shall we? Scratch my ears.
Gary, like, immediately a hand just comes out of nowhere and just starts scratching your ear.
Yes, that's enough.
As you bat him away, he's like,
Oh, no.
Yeah. He just sort of, like, gently holds up a little bowl of water for you.
Gently laughing at. Keeping eye contact on the twins.
I'm still sort of crouched down, just that intense, like, yeah.
The Count has started to walk over, and Devrin, the Count sort of gestures towards you to join as well.
I follow along, and the first thing I say is, I see you lot are still riding Daddy.
It's the best way to travel. If you can think of a better way, Reverend, let us know.
I would really like us to stop calling him Daddy just across the board. It just feels a little bit weird, especially when I have a baby voice.
Papa. Yes, you
I
do
just
have
want to
a-
make it clear, right? You can call me Movden. You don't have to call me Daddy.
No, you are daddy.
You're
Father,
Daddy.
Papa.
And you have baby voice because you are baby.
I am baby, it is true.
A beautiful baby at the end. The Count sort of scrunches his eyebrows up at this whole conversation, but then gently lets it go and says, it is good to see you all again. Movden, it's nice to see you. It's very rare that I am allowed to meet a dragon in our midst, but thank you for joining us today. Would you like to sit down collectively and have any food or wine? We are waiting for one more person to join us for your adventure, and then we'll be sending you off.
Five on an adventure, you say? Well, it's no. Maybe this will be the time we all return. I have good feelings about this one.
Who wants to place bets? Who wants to place bets on how this one will go? I say immolation.
Are you lot still doing that?
Again, so I'm leaning in a bit too close. Is the only way we can keep a smile on our face. And you think new friend will die by falling? Do I hear falling?
No, exploding. I really liked it when the other one exploded. That was quite fun.
Okay, I have 4 gold pieces for exploding. With 4 for I say large animal. Devon?
Ooh.
That is a good one.
Well, do you want to actually say bite in half or just the head?
Ooh.
Or scratch to death? Is it 2 different ways?
We have extra if head is taken off. We add
Okay.
extra 2 gold, yes.
All right.
Yes.
If they are permanently polymorphed into another large animal, does that count under the same jurisdiction?
Ooh, is not death, but is removal from okay, interesting. Polymorph. Bonus.
Put it on the list, yes.
Put it on the list.
I have not missed this.
No, yes, you have. You lie.
Don't lie. It
Don't
is
lie.
funny.
You love us.
Taking so much of
We
their
are
gold.
quadruplets.
I'm not going to take part in this just because I know where we're going, and it would be an unfair advantage.
Is a good point, yes.
all right.
Movden screams, heat stroke!
Heat
Oh,
stroke!
Dad!
That would have been my answer.
That is mine. That is mine. Put me down. 2 gold.
Muffin and 2 gold, heat stroke. I guess we are not going to zoo. Maybe not big. Hey, big animals in hot places.
Fluffles goes onto all fours and kind of goes up to Devon and kind of does a purring thing around the ankles, just saying, "So where are we going?" As flips over upside down to be extra adorable.
Cannot remember if you liked your tummy being scratched. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to point to the Count and let the Count explain where we're going.
Excellent. I was going to say, whilst you guys take a seat and get yourself comfortable during this conversation, Fluffle's on her back, would you like to give your characters a description, just sort of explain what they look like for the audience? Josh, do you want to start?
Yes, so Devrim is a 4'8" dwarf. He has very red long hair and a red beard. The hair probably comes to about bottom of the neck. He's got these very odd, it's not through age, but he's got white streaks in his hair. He is wearing a breastplate with a nice big green sort of scarf type hood thing, as if he's going to travel through a very hot place. He's got no sleeves. His arms are covered in very almost like fire-like tattoos, almost like runes have been etched into his skin and formed into tattoos. And he carries a war pick and a shield around with him.
Very cool, very cool. Skull? Sorry.
I was just going to say one last thing. He's got a big scar on the left side of his face, right side of his face, and has a glass eye.
Wow.
Skull, would you like to take us away?
Senna is about 6 foot tall, half elf. Not half elf. Half orc.
I'll go change my character sheet.
Put the ears on. No. Half orc. With very prominent bronze scales on the face and 4 horns, very large horns, very proud of the bronze look. It's in hands and on the shoulders and big spikes out of the back. She wears a long coat with something to cover her face when needed to. Walks around very confident and quite flamboyant.
Beautiful stuff. Elijah.
I look like that, but less. Male, half orc, doesn't have the horns, doesn't have the spikes. Sort of, again, the orangey copper hair, not dissimilar to the sort of the bronze of the dragon. Is wearing what could possibly be clerical robes, sort of blue, long green cloak, constantly smiling. He's just a happy guy, very friendly. Everything's above board with Elijah. He's your best friend.
What's that even mean?
Hey, don't ask questions, just appreciate vibes, yes?
Beautiful. Evie.
There's a cat. Sorry, I was going to leave it just there.
Yeah.
Standing up, they are about a 3.5 foot tall tabaxi with absolutely unfair amount of fluff. They are like a ragdoll kind of cat with the blue eyes and the grey ears and the grey socks with the white fur, like an Instagram cat, essentially. Essentially naked as well, just all the fluff. I mean, as far as anyone can see, you know. You got a cat's gonna cat.
Cat's gonna cat, you know?
Cat's gonna cat.
Cat's gonna cat.
And yeah, that's pretty much the appearance, but obviously has also behind her at pretty much all times her human of holding, Gary, who carries all of her equipment at any given time, including, for relevancy right now, a little cushion for her to alight on when she sees fit, or to ignore in favour of someone's shoulders.
Gary is considered a common item.
Excellent.
Anyway, as you guys sit down on said cushions and on chairs that have been alight, the count says, we won't have to wait for long. The 5th member seems to be arriving. And he points out into the ocean that surrounds the island of Catalan. And on a small rowing boat, you can see a large leonin, muscles rowing, slowly coming into view. Their white golden fur as they stand, swishing their hair. They run from the rowboat, James Bond style, into the ocean and come out. They hold a mace and a shield, again wearing lighter clothing, but lighter cleric robes as well. They could be described as a symbol. Make religion checks if you'd like. You don't have to.
Ooh, non-natural 20.
Ooh. Love a
16.
synthetic 20. Ooh, 16.
13. I'm too busy going, maybe they are a large creature. Maybe I will die at their hands.
11. I'm very distracted by spudgy smugglers.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. It's like Lion-O from Thundercast. It's like wearing boots and budgie smugglers. That's so funny.
Just running the beach going, oh!
The symbol across their chest is that of Shantae. The 3 of you can figure that out, even with a 13. Shantae is quite a very popular god within the Sword Coast. So yeah, you would know that instantly.
Seed eaters, interesting.
So you head. You sort of see this lionin. I want to call them Liono now. This lionin head towards you guys, and as they get closer, they shake the water off their fur, looking down at you all, and says, "Hello, good to meet you. My name is Gatelle Proudheart."
Ah, good to meet you. I'm Elijah.
Nice to meet you, Elijah.
Hello.
Stella just jumps over there. Hi!
Oh.
He takes your hand and shakes it. And your name is?
My name is Senna. Pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure is all mine.
Oh.
I feel like I need to stand up because I'm right at that level, sat down. So I'm going to stand up. Devrim.
Nice to meet you, Devrin. He takes your hand and also shakes it. It is good to meet a fellow warrior. Then he turns to Fluffles and says, "Hello, what is your name?"
My name is my business. Lion.
Oh.
Meow.
Meow.
Oh. I just start punching Senna. I feel sparks.
The Count, who's watching all of this,
We're his best soldiers.
just sort of scratches the back of his head, thinking to himself, Did I really make the best decision here? It's too late. Says, well, now that we are all gathered, please take a seat and continue to enjoy yourselves. I have a very important mission for you all. You have proven yourselves very useful and in many different ways. I know not all of you have worked together, and some of you have not worked together for a long time. Devrin, it's good to have you back on the Sword Coast, and I'm sure you'll be a valuable asset in Zakhara. Now, for those of you who might not know what Zakhara is, I will allow Vilfo to update you. Within your minds, you hear the little grung speak through you all, and he says, well, Zakhara is another continent far, far across the sea. The land of fate, they call it. So try not to worry too much about talking about fate, but don't do it as well. It's one of those things that if it is incurred, you might feel the wrath of a extra planar deity that really has no law on it. It's quite scary. Just think of it as an extra thing to think about. Try not to tempt fate or even talk about fate while you're there, because I'll be honest with you, it doesn't work out well for most people. Good to remember. We all remember that. Excellent. Now, you'll be heading to Hyel, a city of intrigue, where one of the Count's contacts, called the Constant, needs your help. Now, he has been a very, very, very helpful asset in the many years that Devrin here has been working for him. Isn't that right, Devrin?
Yes, I have not had the option to speak to him yet, but he very good employer.
Well, thanks to Devrin's hard work, it's turned out that the Constant is looking for mercenaries to do some work for him. Now, I'm sorry to tell you that I don't know much about what that work will be. However, we do have some goodies for you, so that you won't be going alone. The lion stands up and says, I need nothing but the power of Shantir. Vilfort looks at him and goes, all right, we'll keep yours. The rest of you.
Gifts!
You all hold your hands out.
The three of us have spent too much time with each other and deteriorated into childlike, like, gifts, give me.
Devrin, I imagine you sit there silently.
I just do this. Just rub my temple a little bit. The other side, because I'll feel it.
Yeah.
As you sort of hold your hands out, Vilfort claps his froggy hands together, thankfully covered in gloves, and they slap. And as they do so, you hear a little pop, 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 and in front of you, chests appear of various size. Muvden edges closer to you, Senna, just ever so slightly. You all receive a box. Elijah, your box is probably just a good couple of fist size. Senna, your box is also a similar size. Devrin, you have a long. Oh no, you don't. You have like a sort of a medium-sized box, probably about the size of your shoulder width. And Fluffles, you also have a small box the same size as Elijah and Senna. You are welcome to open the boxes.
Should we open it on 1, 2, 3?
Fling! Fling!
Fling!
So, Elijah, you open the box to find a golden ring that circles around 2 fingers. Vilfor says in your head, "That there, Elijah, is a ring of spell storing. It'll be very useful as you are a magic user, that you'll be able to load that up with spells, and you don't have to worry about your other spells running out because you'll have 5 more, or 1/5, or 1/4, 1/1, and then work it out yourself. You've got it, but you will need an auto attune."
Just nodding as he's been giving all the numbers out. Yep.
I'll just add that Vilfor's mouth doesn't move when he speaks, so it's just this big frog eyes that look at you.
I think I've worked out Elijah is just so amazing. He's like, yep, this is perfectly normal.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Santa, you open up your box, and as you do so, Mufton just lets out a little squeal. As inside of it, you can see a statuette of a brass dragon head, which is attached to a necklace of silver.
Look, Daddy, it looks like you.
I know, it's from me. And Vilfor says, yes, so Mubden here actually came to us before you arrived, told us that if you were going on a little journey, he had a little gift that he would rather you have. What you have is a Dragon Touch Focus straight from his hoard, and that is classed as rare. So if you find the rare variety on D&D Beyond and add that to your character sheet, you have a brass Dragon Touch Focus from Dragon Daddy.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, he gives you the biggest hug, and he's like, "You're welcome. I just wanted it to be a surprise. I'm so excited. I've been planning that for a while. So yeah, glad it all paid off.
Oh, it's perfect.
Put it on. He says.
Straight on.
He does a little squeal and a little dance with you. Devrin, you open up your box, and what you find is a dwarven style handle for a blade.
Oh well, that's good. I'm gonna take the handle bit off of my war pick, and I'm just gonna plonk it on.
You try to, but it doesn't. It doesn't actually fit in because there's no hole for it.
Oh, thanks.
Vilfor says, "You're welcome. If you read the inscription upon the side, you'll see that they were made by dwarves of Moradin. Flashback to your family forge." You can see instantly your family all toiling away in the forges for Moradin, unable to access the magic that they once wielded. Your family, the Stormbeards, have lost their connection to Moradin and have are unable to create anything other than well-crafted items. They have lost their ability to craft magical items. Their access to arcane knowledge has been revoked and receded. And you recognize the symbol of Moradin that was once encrusted upon all the forges in your family's forges that have been cut and chiseled away away from turning their back on their god. And flashback back to the beach side, and you are there, stood with a handle, and on the crossguard has a symbol of Moradin.
Oh, thank you very much. I will keep a hold of it and hit somebody on the head with it.
Just to let you know, my friend, if you want to activate it, I believe the dwarven word for it is finish. And if you want to deactivate it, the dwarven word is punch out. You recognize these as forging terms that would be called out in Dwarvish whilst around your family forge.
Finish!
And as you say that in Dwarven, the blade ignites with a orange light that burns and crackles like with the power of an ancient forge. And you can add a sunblade to your inventory.
It's not just stick. Adventure gets more exciting.
It can
Doubling down on
definitely...
my...
Oh, sorry.
I'm doubling down on my immolation bet.
I think, you appear next to me. I'm like, yep, doubles.
It can definitely make the whoop whoop sounds of a lightsaber if you so wish it to, as you move it around.
I think
Fluffles.
it's more the case that Devon does it when it activates. He just does it naturally.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Fluffles, you look down in your case, and you recognize an item. Can you make a history check for me?
Yeah, I can try. Oh, okay. 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, you definitely remember knocking this off a few sides inside the Count's palace before now. Like, it's just a little deck of cards that you didn't like the look of, and you would just occasionally, because it was just like precariously placed on a stand or something, or even a cushion sometimes. You notice that they moved it around every time you arrived, and whenever you noticed it, it was always placed just in the wrong place, and you would just pat it on the ground whenever you went back. The rest of you, in fact, what's everybody's passive perceptions?
12.
11.
Ian?
9.
Elijah, you notice Fluffles holding just a mundane pack of cards. Fluffles, you recognize the ornate ancient cards and know that they are something. I don't know, there's something in you that knows that they're more than what they are. So it always annoyed you that they were always placed somewhere stupid. And presumably you were telling everyone that they needed to move it in a better place, but they never found a better place. It seems they have gifted you these cards. And Vilfor says in your head, we noticed that you're one of the only few people who have noticed the deck of many things for what it truly is. A magical item. Everybody else walks past it thinking it's just a normal pack of cards. We'll warn you, if you're going to get someone to take one or take one yourself, you'll have to make sure that you're committed to doing this, as results may vary.
It's a little evil laugh, then just, thank you for these cards that I just kind of knock over a little bit, just to kind of spread them out, just to get it out of my system. Just kind of gather them up.
Gary picks them up and puts them into like a pocket somewhere.
Can I have a special case for them so they don't just fly out if Gary falls over?
Oh, they are in a little box.
Ah, good. Yeah. Okay. They're not just kind of loose, then it's just going to be card tricks. What's this behind your ear?
Gary, no, the void! Oh, we have to go get Gary. He's got the stuff.
I am ready for this game to turn crazy.
It's good that we started crazy.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
I mean, they say that, you know, the deck of many things is a game killer, but, you know, I say bring it on.
Famous last words. As the personification of death chases us across the beach, we're like, this is fine.
You know, I don't know if you know this about me, guys, but as a DM, I'm a serial planner, and I do plan a lot and write a lot, so believe me when I say I have every contingency for this deck of many things.
Cool, eat them. Eat the cards.
Can I ask the Grung, is there a ideal time to draw the cards, or is it just whenever it feels right?
The Grung puts his little leather gloved hands together and says, in all honesty, Fluffles, we really didn't know what to give you, and we just noticed you liked this one. The cards are an incredibly rare magic item. we don't really know where they came from. My guess is that they're made by someone whom chaos inhabits every morsel of their being. That mischief and just downright naughtiness has just completely enveloped them into a madness that caused them to create this magic item, which might bring luck or might bring severe downfall to whoever holds one of these cards. With that being said, good luck.
For the gift, it's perfect.
Oh, definitely. We know they're very old. This particular collection was probably from the very early stages of the Dawn War, is where we marked these from. Apparently, we found them on a different trip with some different adventurers. Found them in Yarsgard. Have you heard of that?
I've stopped listening to go and knock something off a table.
Yeah, a goblet just. Well, never mind. That's what Villefort says in his own mind.
I projected my own head.
The Count looks at you all and says, "I hope you are happy with what you have received, and yourself, Proudheart, are going to be amply fine." Proudheart looks standing in the beach sunlight, arms upon his fists upon his waist, chest spread out, breathing in deep. Says, "The power of Shantae will sustain me through everything."
You like to draw a card?
What?
You want a card?
What are they for?
Games.
I'll take one, I guess.
30 minutes into the session, we are drawing from the deck of many things.
Right. Just the one. Can we read that?
Comet.
Comet. Shall we see what Comet does? I can already feel people screaming.
Innovation!
Comet. Oh, okay. Nothing happens.
Oh.
But as he looks at the card, it just starts to disintegrate in his hand.
Ah!
And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think I broke it."
Oh no! Now we cannot play Gin Rummy or Snap. Fluffles, I think you got given a broken gift.
Maybe that was a disappointing result.
Oh.
Um.
I was about to say, would you like to play with my ring? But that's just not.
Don't do that.
Not good.
Yeah, the Grung sort of like positioned himself in a good position to see what the card would be, and in your heads you hear, "Actually, it's quite a good result there. You should let him get in a fight. Find himself feeling quite empowered if he succeeds, but he'll have to do it by himself." And then for those of you who don't know what Comet is, Comet, if a character single-handedly prevails in the next hostile encounter, the character attains a new level. So essentially it's a level up. So if he survives the next encounter, he's going to level up.
Next encounter is just going to be our lion and friend. Does he die or does he succeed and out-level us all?
yeah. You just keep giving him cards, and every time he pulls like the ones that are like wish, and you level up, you get a mansion.
I'll finally be like, "Oh, there's only good things in this deck." Nope, I'm off to the void.
My alignment's changed.
Yeah.
That's a very odd thing for a deck of cards to do there, disintegrating like that. Would that happen if we drew a card as well?
I mean, do you want to draw a card, Devin?
Now is not the time for drawing more cards. I will decide who draws and when.
Gary puts
fair.
the deck away.
Gary, no! Gary, chaos!
Nope. We have chaos when I say there is chaos.
You're the boss.
Gary looks
Mhm.
like Gary stands behind Fluffles, sternly nodding his head.
I'm much bigger than him, but still is fair. Gary says no because Fluffles says no is good.
Gary sort of eyes around, thinking about that for a second, but then just sort of shakes his head and continues to carry all your stuff.
My smile gets a little bit cruel and then drops back into the normal, hey, everything's good.
So, Vilfor says, well, if you're all ready, we can head over to the teleportation circle. It's a little further down the island.
Do we travel snacks? Just put some dried stuff in pockets. Good.
Wait, we're teleporting to Zakhara?
Villafort looks at you and says, yes, we know you took a boat ride here, but
Took me
the
3
constant needs you.
weeks.
Yeah, well, the constant needs you pretty quickly, so it makes more sense to just teleport you all there together.
I mean, we took dragons, so...
Daddy.
Daddy dragon.
I get seasick.
Oh,
Gross.
yuck. Do not vomit on us.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Villafort takes out a file and sort of starts cutting through it, and it's oh, yeah, it seems we missed that.
I have allergy to bananas. Put that...
a little scroll. Say again?
I have allergy to bananas. Put that in
Yeah, he
file.
does. It's
Yes.
quite disgusting, really.
He flips a few pages, and you can see a picture drawn of your face, and then under allergies, bananas. But he only shows you, Elijah.
Yeah.
And when he shows you the picture of your face, it is that of your white form with your black eyes.
I'm going to roll a deception check to be going, oh, biscuits.
You scream internally.
It's a 19. So I just have that moment of and glance up at Vilfor and then glance at the count. And I'm like,
The count is just like eating a grape.
Yeah.
Eating a banana.
Yeah. Well, he can't eat these.
Somebody's got to have them.
Oh no! I bought 16 crates of bananas. I sort of again look at Vilfor and just kind of do a little bit of my dude.
In your head, you hear yes.
I assume that you've known ever since I signed up, right?
We know everything.
Point. Didn't know that he was seasick though.
Or did we? The Grung looks at you with one eye winking.
I just gently sort of fist pump.
Why are my ears burning?
All right.
Not me.
No, noted. But hold on. Yep, they haven't done that I have banana problems. It's good. They know many things.
I deck of many things as well.
Oh,
Not anymore, though.
deck of -1 things.
Fewer things. That makes sense.
There are still many things within the deck. There's just one less than there was.
And by the end of this adventure, we'll see how many of those things are left.
I'm willing to take bets how many cards. I say that we are going to use 5 cards by end of the adventure.
6.
6
On
cards.
the 6.
6 cards. Devlin.
I'll get on this. I'm gonna say, I don't know, 4?
4 cards. Fluffles.
Puny amount.
As I say when we dwarfed the cards, it's not really fair for me to bet because I could stop at my number.
That's very
That is very
Therefore,
true,
I
Melanie.
say it is... No, I will abstain.
You're fair.
Very
Pearlheart,
fair,
how many
very fair.
cards do you think would draw by end of adventure?
Vilfor sort of shakes his head and says, until one of you presumably dies. I imagine that'll be when you stop.
Vilfor! Excellent! Until...
Thanks at the lining.
Hey, It's very bold that you think that death will stop us.
The lion in has like a letter that he's like reading, and you can see a tear going down his eye as he reads this letter.
Oh no, he has loved ones back in... He's one day away from retirement. Final job. It's very sad.
So sad.
It is merely a letter from my lover. I miss her so. I cannot wait to see her once again. Once this adventure is over, you know. Why did he rhyme? So...
He is a poet and he is not aware of the fact. Very charming indeed.
Say to the Count, he will tell us where to send his ashes after this, right?
The Count gives you a slight smile and just nods.
As he interrupts his grape time.
He stands and he walks over to yourself, Fluffles, and Devrim as you're stood. I imagine Elijah and Senna and Muvden are having like parental goodbyes. You know, Senna, take care of yourself. Be careful with the deck. If you are going to use it, just know what you're getting yourself into. Elijah, take care of yourself, champ.
Cool.
All the best. I hope you find your distant relative one day. I know that it's strange that your twin has. I can feel that definite connection, but sometimes these things just skip bloodlines and just skip blood, and you clearly have something special about you. There's something special about you. It's just not me.
Try and keep the tear from falling. Yeah, thank you, sir. I will catch you on the so pat Senna on the having been picked a champ like pet Senna and cool. Everything is good. Everything's great.
Now you're part of the family. Come on, group family hug. Whilst that's going on, the Count walks over to you and says, I want to make it clear, this mission is incredibly important to me, and relations with the Constant need to go well. So, I am just emphasizing this point before you sign your contracts, that if things do not go well, you will not be welcome back.
Just gonna look to Fluffles. I plan on things going very well, Fluffles.
Normally go well, hence why we are still alive and taking bets. Go well, are we likely to be in a state where we could return hypothetically, physically, alive? Or if it doesn't go well, are we just not welcome, but we'll be alive somewhere else?
Well, that is kind of up to the Constant. I am a very forgiving man. I'm willing to work with people. The Constant, however, and he looks at Devrin, is, well, I'll let Devrin fill you in. Best of luck, Fluffles. I hope to see you again.
Me too, I hope for more presents.
And he hands out your contract, which is a standard contract. Basically, you won't speak of this mission that you've had unless it's with other members of your party, kind of thing. That's just a standard gears. He starts handing out your contracts. You are allowed the golden ink to sign, as usual. You notice that the contract money on this one is pretty substantial. You'll earn 50,000 gold pieces on your return.
I assume this is the most we've got on one of our missions.
Yeah.
Looks down, level 5. Yeah. No, maybe this is a bit above our pay grade, but yeah.
Oh, it's almost like actually every level he's always paid you more. You started on 10,000, then 20,000, 30,000.
10,000 is still good for level 1 adventurers.
Oh yeah, you guys are living the high life. Money is not an issue. Why do you think Fluffles has a man of gold?
No, he's not paid.
No, but he's well looked after.
It's fair.
Well groomed.
He gets to hang out with us. It's great.
Yeah.
He's not one of the party, though.
No.
No.
Absolutely.
He is a common item.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is made clear every time we stay in a hostel or we have to put him in storage when we get on transport.
Yeah.
The fact he's been allowed on the dragon, big news. Yeah.
Do you sign your contracts for 50,000 gold?
Yep.
I mean, if we didn't, it's going to be a very short episode. Where it's like, I don't know, you go off and have the rest of your life. Yeah.
I choose not to sign the contract and instead draw from the deck of many things.
Whole campaign is just us drawing.
Well, the story I've written. 4 sessions of improv. Here we come.
I shall sign.
Yeah.
I skim it first.
Yeah, you skim it. It's all the standard stuff. Nothing out of line. You do notice that you are considered underemployment of the constant, and that he will deem your work a success as appropriate to his judgment. So part of this contract does say that if he thinks you failed, that you don't get paid.
So we're temping. Got ya.
Essentially, yeah. It's a good, and then there's the standard stuff of like you won't talk about what you receive. Also, the one thing that is stipulated at the bottom of the contract, just because you read it, is that the item which you will receive from the constant on a success will not be opened or tampered with, and will be brought directly to the constant. Not the constant, the count.
Gives us
It's
an item, and
information.
like, there you go. I don't want it back.
Oh, use yours. No, it's yours. No, it's yours. Stop! Then Fluffles comes along and just knocks it off.
Something breaks. We're like, oh no, we need a replacement.
Oh, thumbs out.
Yeah, we just hear a free from the box. Like, that sounds fun.
Yeah, essentially, on a successful job for the constant, he will supply you with an item that is to be delivered to the count, unharmed and unopened. It's almost like a different group of adventurers opened something, one time,
It sound like the sort of thing that an adventurer would do. Also, what kind of arsehole would wear something that stops people being able to talk in their heads? That just sounds incredibly rude when you invite
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody who's paranoid, I imagine.
Yeah. Hey guys, don't worry about Ilix Viridian. He's gone mad. Canonically gone mad in his castle. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, we've signed the contract. Adventure.
Do you sign the contract, Fluffles?
Yeah, it's just like with a paw print.
Nice.
In the gold ink. Just like-
Gold ink. I'm going to be walking gold everywhere.
As you do so, the golden ink travels through your veins as it does before. You've done this many times, and you sort of glow this wonderful little light golden glow that sort of skirts through your fur, through your orcish skin, and through your dwarven beard, and through the lion's golden mane. Vilfor gathers all the contracts and says, "Well, head over here." He walks you to somewhere in the middle of the island where there's little mountain goats, and he like chases them away. He's like, "Get out of here! Get out of here!"
The goats never get to come with us.
Can't have a goat.
It's very important that there isn't any extra weight whilst traveling through teleportation circles. It can be very dangerous otherwise. So stay very still in your designated area. And he starts to point you all where to go. He points Gatele where to go as well. Proudheart takes a stance, looking at his love letter in the wind, his mane just blowing majestically.
He's going to die horribly.
No, he's going to level up. It's going to be fine.
Why would he die horribly? Anyway, you guys are all stood in your teleportation circle, and Vilfor starts to speak out loud the words to start casting a teleportation spell. As you remember, his voice, his actual natural voice, is that of a deep French frog. He starts speaking in ancient arcane words, and I think Fluffles, your passive perception is the highest, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You notice the letter in the lion's hand just briefly flutter out of his hands as the spell starts to take effect and light starts pouring from the ground. He reaches out and moves in the teleportation circle as the light expands, cutting off your vision. You all arrive in a dark room. The light purple hue of the teleportation circle slowly dying out, and the room starts to alight with torchlight as you enter. It is a room made out of wood, and it was submerged in darkness before your light of the teleportation circle and then the torchlight started to illuminate. You all noticed half a lion on the floor.
Okay, who had vivisection?
As soon as we heard teleportation circle, someone should have bet on Splice.
Oh, he didn't get to do his one-man combat thing. Oh,
I guess we have to dwarf again. Who wants to dwarf?
I'll draw.
No!
Gary.
I'm in the corner. I'm in the corner throwing up rainbows because I get travel sick no matter the form of travel. I'll draw.
Wait, are you seriously drawing as well?
Yeah.
Okay, Gary holds up the little wooden deck box for you guys. So, Elijah, seeing as you went first.
One at a time. I will allow one person at a time.
Key.
Let me just see what that does.
That sounds fine, but...
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, as you take a card from this mundane pack of cards, you turn it over in your hand and it becomes this like beautiful ancient card picturing a key upon it. And then as you like register it, you read the word key, it just disintegrates in your hand.
I just check my pockets like, do I have a key? And I sort of turned over and like, it was a key. Maybe it will unlock something in my mind, or maybe I have one treasure, or maybe it is like a key, like in a dock. Oh, could be anything. I'm just glad I was not spliced.
You could have exploded. You could have been the one that exploded.
No, that does not sound like a thing that I would do.
Captain's only given us good things so far. I see
Yes,
no reason to believe
Sorry.
that
Someone
anything bad could possibly happen.
Someone took all the bad cards out. That is nice. That the Count is a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allowing Devrin to take one as well?
Yes, because nothing appeared to happen at this one
Yeah, I'll draw.
yet.
We always know it'll go wrong for me.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow,
I
definitely
got
just
like
falls
death,
off a ledge.
didn't I?
Oh,
I got the idiot.
Shoot!
You see this again, a mundane card, but as you draw it, it turns into this beautiful image of an idiot with the words "idiot" written across it. Fucking hell. Oh, mate. Your intelligence is permanently reduced by a maximum roll of 5.
Oh.
So what was your intelligence?
Oh, it's 12, so it goes down.
To
Goes
7.
down to 7. Uh-oh.
You can also draw an additional card beyond your declared draws if you wish.
I mean, that's a very
So you don't
stupid
need
thing to do.
need Gary's permission or Fluffle's permission. Fluffle's.
I mean, as my intelligence has gone down, I think I will.
Just one.
Just how many can I draw? I'll just draw the whole deck. No, I'll draw one. I'll draw another one. Deck
As
of
Gary
many
starts
things,
to
people.
put them away, you snatch another one.
Anarchy!
I haven't even looked, so. Ooh!
Ooh, a gem.
Okay.
Very nice.
These only good ones.
You guys can hear. As from Devrin's
My mouth. as I'm throwing up.
The rainbows have turned into gifts.
Well,
You get roll me just like a d20 and tell me whether it's highs or lows.
Above 10 high, below 10 low.
That's how
Above
numbers
high.
work.
With high, you get 25 pieces of jewelry
ooh.
that start to spew out your mouth, necklaces, rings, and all sorts, each worth 2,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
50,000.
Can you roll me an intelligence check?
But me,
Yeah.
I'm now at -2. So that was oh, that's a 15.
Even with your reduced intelligence, you realise that this is the card's effect taking precedence.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to draw any more cards.
That
I
is-
think it's affecting us.
Why did you snatch your second card? Are you feeling okay?
It was just impulse. I've got a headache.
That is because you had a mouthful of jewels. That
There's
probably
a lot
would
of
hurt you.
jewels. So many. God.
Why are you eating so much jewelry? Do you have pica? Do we need to talk to doctors?
I don't know what piker is.
It is when you eat weird things like grass or soil or wood or jewelry.
Is there more inside your body?
Let's find out.
I was like,
open mouth. No, I cannot see more jewelry.
You have to get right in there.
No, just
while the examination is taking place, I would like to pick up a tiara from the jewellery and just hop up and place it on the dwarf's head.
Beautiful.
Blimey.
A bit of rainbow sick.
Gary slowly puts the box away into a pocket and looks at you, Fluffles, for just an indication of what to do next, as he kind of hikes his backpack on a bit more. You can start to feel the heat seeping into the room, by the way, and seeping into your pores. Senna, you're wearing a coat with something covering your neck, and you can start to feel things are getting hotter as well.
It's nice though. Very nice and warm.
Going to thank Gary for his service and then hop up to lay across his shoulders.
You jump on it, and he catches you. His legs used to this, just sort of slightly shake, but then he straightens out again. His powerful thighs carrying both you and all the baggage that you claim.
Oh, he's gonna be so warm.
He's already sweating.
It's Devrin wearing a rucksack.
I am muted. I normally travel around with literally what's on my back, so no, but I am already dressed for hot weather.
I'm trying to put the jewelry in your pockets because I'm you do not want to lose this. This is probably going to help you be able to find a doctor who's going to help cure your need to eat jewelry.
I have pockets, but you notice that my accent changes a little bit, as if Common is not my first language. Dwarvish is my first language, so I can't speak Common properly now.
Oh, perhaps you get fun accent too.
What do you mean fun? This is normal.
We have fun.
We're no.
We hang out in Waterdeep. We go shots. It's a good time.
Yes.
We've established that we're late teens and just to hang out with students. Also because we're very rich. We're yeah, drinks for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
technically,
popular.
I've just been paid my 50,000, so I could just go now.
Technically, yes.
Well, you've signed a contract, so no.
That's a good point.
But you're
I will
stupid
have
enough
to
to think
stick to
that maybe you could.
Yes, you think you
I
can
just
outrun
walk
the constant and the count. That's bold. That's very bold.
The funny thing is that I've now forgotten everything that I know about this place.
Hey!
I'm going to be no help at all.
Great.
Well, it's going to be certainly harder for you when you roll for it.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you vomit jewelry. I don't know. Get a house somewhere. We'll find out what card does. Shall we? You don't know where we're going now, do you?
Roll a history check.
Oh, 15. I have a +1 to history, even though I have -2 intelligence.
You're rolling well as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're like, yeah, we probably need to head to like the financial district.
We go money place that way.
Oh, good. We
Right.
go up to money.
Like the name Parish, like that's the district name, Parish.
Parish. I say parish. Parish.
Like church.
Place.
I
Money
remember.
church?
No. Ching 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 ching. So
Oh,
clicking
money
money.
church. Yes.
money. Yes. Money
Money
place.
Money church.
Money.
church. Also, I assume the letter didn't come through the portal with us. Can I make it? No. Well,
Half the lion's just on the floor. Like,
yeah. I was gonna say it's like, do we have to tell someone about this? And also, do we get his percentage if we bring back Box?
I'd like to loot the corpse.
Yeah. So like, just having assumed that's what Fluffles is about to
Yeah.
do, right? Just like,
great. I presumably you get Gary to like squat down nearer to the corpse as you like rifle your hands through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to die to get up.
No, he power squats down with you on his shoulders, buns of steel, as you rifle through. Make an investigation check, please.
Sure. Okay, that is investigation. Oh, that is 18.
18. Very good. Very good. You find 7 gold pieces in a pouch that's been split in half. Half a symbol of Shantae. Half a bag of rations, so there's 5 rations. And like half a prayer kit.
Wow,
Oh.
this line was really boring.
He seemed
You
pretty
know.
boring.
West in peace, West in peace. But you know,
It's half. There's 25 foot of hempen rope.
hey,
There's basically like half of everything in an adventuring pack.
he was really serious about all he needed was the love of Shantae. Well, didn't get him very far, did it?
At
Lesson
least he's with her
learned.
now.
I've just pulled up a dwarven translator. We are going to Glyn district. Glyn, where Glyn is, and I pull out some gold. Glyn.
oh, pick up the something. Glyn, yes.
Glyn.
Glyn.
Might be something I can do to help this.
So turn back to the other 3, and like Gary's in the huddle. We're like, I think we're in real trouble now. I know you don't want me to be the negative Nancy here, but holy shit.
It's going to slow us down, if anything. It won't be too bad.
Something, hang on.
Are you suggesting we kill him?
I can still jam.
Oh, we can all jam. Just love
We
jams.
love jam.
We love jam. Sticky goodness.
Don't kill him.
Fluffles kind of plaques their psionic claws come out, and they kind of do that, and a little pulsating light comes into everyone's head. You kind of blink and you're blinded for a second.
Ah.
Now we can speak in all of our heads with no language barriers.
Well, thank God.
Oh, hello there.
Oh. Sorry, it's common is not my first language, so I seem to speak Dwarven more now.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
The cards take your power over languages?
I've forgotten how to speak common.
Oh,
Oh, it took some brain cells.
I mean, technically, our first language is Draconic, because that's what we grew up learning. So, Turtle Fluffers, what languages do you know?
We'll find out when the time is right.
Oh, Fluffers.
Half-orc?
I love your mystery. It's good. Anyway, so we have our tour guide has forgotten most of the information that he knows. Our big, strong lion man has been vivisected. I don't. As I said, I think I've unlocked something. I don't. But we probably should get out of this dark, spooky room before anyone else gets the urge to draw things, or anyone. We're probably in someone's cupboard. They're like, "Hey, why are those people not coming out of the cupboard?" So
pretty big cupboard. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you look around the room, and it's like a decent 40 by 40 foot room, all made of wood. On one side is a large door with a handle over it.
Come on, let's just go open the door. Fine.
Just quickly, I just go over to Proudheart. I'm like, I hope your soul is with your god, and that the lady that you love is happy and moves on quickly. Praise be. Right, let's go.
Blood just continues to pour from half their heads all over the floor.
It's the money district that we need to go to. The Parish district.
The parish, yes.
So not a church, but
well, people
that's where all the
in...
money is.
Did anyone think to ask for a map?
Points at Devon. He was our map.
Canonically, Devrim is terrible at being a guide anyway, so this tracks.
Could have asked for a bloody map.
We could go ask. Maybe there's someone who would sell us a map, or perhaps we ask a friendly local.
Yeah, we'll buy them drink or something. It's fine. Come on.
That's good. Are we allowed to drink in the city? What's social rules do we have to follow?
Well, history check.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a 5.
Yeah, everything's pretty safe here. From what you remember, everything was just fine. You've lived here for over a year. You drank?
Never had any problems. Drank in various different places.
This place is safe. You know that for 100%. This place is probably one of the safest places you've ever lived because, you weren't near your family.
It's safe. No curses, no family. It's good. There's I don't remember there being much in the way of crime or anything. It's completely fine.
I will roll insight on that. It's a 10. Hey, excellent. It's nice to go to a place that isn't too dangerous for once.
Hey.
Evie?
I rolled really poorly on an insight roll. I rolled a 4. So
at the end of the day, Devrin's not lying.
No.
You just don't know that he's stupid, I guess.
And we've twigged that he's not as smart as the Devrin we normally know, but we haven't twigged how much worse.
Yeah, how far that's gone.
To be fair, we know that he's forgotten common and he's thrown up a bunch of jewelry, and we're just like, it happens.
Shit happens, yeah. So, you guys open the door.
Mm-hmm.
You rack this wooden shaft open, and you push this large door ajar. And as you do so, the heat of the day hits you, and all the lights go out behind you.
Ugh.
And you can see the bright sun, and you can feel just the slight breeze of maybe the sea, and the smell of the sea. But it's overcome with the smell of burning and smog, and you can feel the thickness of the air. And it's not just the heat. There is a genuine taste, almost acrid to the taste. As you walk out, you are in a large dockside with large wooden crates, and you have exited one of these wooden crates. from the dockside, you can see a path leading towards sound and city, whereas the rest of this area is just crammed full of crates. You can't see much of it, but you can smell the sea, and you can hear seagulls and see them flying overhead. Do you head towards the dockside?
Yes.
You walk through the shadows and through the sun beaming across them as different crates are layered upon each other at sort of precarious heights that might make you feel like they might fall on you, but are still staying still. At the end of the dock, you can start to see a large open city. And in front of you, a market space, which is huge, that builds up into the city, leading to the very top, a castle or a temple or some sort of palace, grand and beautiful at the very top. But leading towards you is this large sprawling market, and covering all of this is a thick haze of smog. And dotted around where you can see most of the city are billowing smoke tunnels bursting out all this thick smog. You can see loads and loads of people within this market, all shouting, haggling, talking to each other. And the market itself seems to go into the streets further in. And as you start to walk towards it, you can hear a gravelly, earthy voice say, "Excuse me, where do you think you're going?" And that is where we'll take a little break.
A new friend.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We're going to take a little break now, probably about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll be back to see who is this mysterious stranger speaking to our friends upon this strange continent of Zakhara and the city of Hayul. Well, we're about to find out. See you in 5-10. Bye. Well, welcome back to the Constant Troubles Part 2, Episode 1. That's right. I said all the right things, though. I don't know why I doubted myself. Anyway. You guys just made it to the city of Hayul in Zakhara. And you've heard a mysterious, gravelly voice say at you, "What are you doing here?" As you just entered exited, should I say, a shipping district upon the docks. You guys turn, and at a table, sat in the shade, is a large, masculine-looking, presenting Earth Genasi with dreaded hair and skin like rock. And they look at you and they say, "Can I help?"
Can we make a roll to work out who has been talked to here?
Inside, on their clothes, they're wearing a fashion that you wouldn't recognize. You as people would recognize them, but you as players or characters wouldn't recognize them. Sorry. Essentially, he's wearing like a three-piece suit with it's all made out of grey with a white shirt, and it's all pinstriped as well. But it's a very unusual look, and in this heat, it would be what you imagine quite uncomfortable because it's a three-piece suit.
You talking to us?
Well, I don't see anyone else around here, so I must be talking to you. Come over here.
Do I know this person?
Make a history check.
That's a natural. Oh, that's a natural 1 for a 2.
Eva Kriebel.
You have no idea who this person is or what affiliations they have. You recognize nothing about this person. This person just seems to hold authority apparently around here.
I'm just going to say to him, "Vivor suit."
Sorry, it is they, them.
They, them, sorry. Just going to say to them, "Vivor suit." Nice.
They respond back in Dwarvish. "Come over here so I can take your name."
I'll say in Dwarvish, "Nice suit."
And they just say, "Come over here so I can take your name."
Come on.
Did we
Bop,
just
bop,
we got bop bop bop? I turn to the other two. Bop bop bop.
Bop, bop.
Beth.
No,
They go
no.
into
No. Oh,
like
yeah,
one
yeah,
of their
yeah.
inner pockets, and they pull out a golden circular disc that they open up, and as they do, they seem to like read the inside of it, click it shut, put it back, and look at you and say, "Are you guys coming from Catalan?"
Yes.
So presumably, and they look at a piece of paper in front of them and pull out a little ink quill. You are Devrin, Senna, Fluffles, and Elijah.
There would also be a fifth name. Vivisect. There was an accident. So yes, we are.
The lion.
The lion. Yes, Proud Heart got chopped in half.
It's really gross.
Didn't stay inside the circle, did they?
No.
Mm-mm.
They scratch a name out on a piece of paper they have. That's fine. They move their arm across their chair, and as they do so, you notice what you would recognize as a knife holster with a curved handle poking out of it. But it looks like the knife looks bulkier than any knife you've ever seen. Just from the hilt of it. Well, luck hasn't arrived yet, and luck was meant to be taking you, but they did say that they might be running late, and you should probably go and enjoy yourself in a souk. They'll find you around there if you want to partake in the market and enjoy that. Oh, you'll need this. And from a little bag in a drawer that he pulls out, he hands you little steel, should I say, infinity symbols. They're about the size of 2 gold pieces put together, but they're just little infinity symbols made of steel.
Right. And what exactly do we do with these?
You keep them safe.
Okay.
This is to let anybody know that if they fuck with you, they've got problems.
Oh,
Oh, right.
very exciting. I like this.
Is there a pin to it, or is it just the metal?
It's literally just an infinity symbol made of steel. There's no pin, it's just like essentially a token.
Okay, so just if someone tries to cause trouble, we flash them the symbol. Yep, makes sense.
Right. Well, you're welcome to stay around here, but it'll be a bit boring. We've not really got any more visitors scheduled.
I mean, do we want to go have a shopping episode, or well?
I've just found ourselves being very, very rich.
We are very, very rich.
Maybe there's something we can do for the missing brain cells of our friend that
yes,
we can do with said money.
Our associate here seems to have taken a strong blow to the head. Is there like a head doctor, or I think he's cursed? I'm not sure.
The person in front of you has gone back to their work, and then they look up at you as you continue to talk to them, and you notice their eyes are gem-like, just sort of like a topaz gem kind of flash to them as they cock an eyebrow up to you. They say, "Look, I don't really do the whole healing, looking after people thing.
No.
My job is to sit here and make sure that people who are they say they are. And thankfully, you match the description and have come at the exact time I expected you."
That's fair. We were just wondering if you knew someone, but okay. Thank you very much.
Do you know where we can acquire a map?
They point to the massive market, sort of sprawling out behind them.
having got the feeling of generally just sling your hook, you're like, okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
You did a good job, by the way. We appreciate it.
as they're going back to their work, they look up at you and go, "Thank you,"
Well
very
done.
sarcastically.
A little mild squint at being rude to my sister, but then I'm like, okay, right, so I guess we've got a bit of time. A complete stranger is going to find us. We are now protected by what I assume is the local mob. Do we want to go get lunch? Devlin, what is good to eat around here? Do you remember?
Roll a history check.
Food good.
Yes, food's good.
Ooh, 18. Oh, when it comes to food, I know everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say your palate immediately springs into action as you remember an exact spot where your favorite cook has an open stand every day, selling burgers with lamb kofta or even falafel and chicken, all spiced with potatoes that are deep fried and glazed in a mango Kool-Aid.
You're making the players hungry now.
Yeah.
In our heads, I'll go, come with me, I'll take you to the best place in this whole city.
Done. Done.
Great.
And we'll grab a map on the way.
Nice. You head into the souk, and it is buzzing with life and commerce, and there are people talking and shouting over each other. You can see wares scattered around this place. If you want silks, if you want clothes, if you want food, there is multiple options. But almost leading himself by his nose, Devrin heads deep into the souk and finds a orange hut that is named Behold a Burger.
Sounds like a chain, isn't a chain.
Just a very clever man
Yeah.
with a very clever plan of making the world's best burgers.
I would say, can we have this guy in our party? But a terrible fate should befall them. But
Imagining a beholder in the back room making the burgers now.
this is one bit. Hello.
The chef is a beholder.
Is he?
They use their telekinesis to flip everything.
Amazing.
Fuck it, why not? You get there, and there's this yellow beholder with orange stripes, using their eye stalks, a mustache drawn onto their face,
Chef's hat.
a chef's hat bobbing upon one of their eye stalks. In fact, every eye stalk has a little chef's hat. It's not one big chef's hat, it's many little chef's hats. And they are serving multiple people at multiple times. You can see children, you can see families, you can see just general people. There's somebody stood at the line, and the beholder says, "Do you know what you want, friend?" And the person says, "Oh, I've been here many times. Don't you worry. I just can't decide. Spot for choice!" He screams, and the beholder says, "Ha ha ha! Do not worry. You there, Devrin? It is good to see you. Come over, get some food."
Usual. Please.
After the beholder's eyes sort of glaze to you guys, and they say, "Ah, friends, what would you like to have?"
Let's go for the falafel burger.
Excellent.
What is your favourite thing on the menu?
They have at the front of the counter, there is like an example of all the different things on the menu, just sort of like ready to sort of look at and observe and say, basically, "Oh, I'd like this one." If you can't sort of decide what you want on the words text, you can just sort of look at what's in front of you and say, "I just want that one. Looks nice." And he, this beholder, points with 3 of its eye stalks. Sort of like two of them like one of them like pointing, and then 2 of them gently sort of like almost like enticing you, being like, "Oh, this one," and they point to the double lamb kofta burger and suggest getting fries with it as well.
Excellent. 2 of those for me and my human of holding.
Gary just behind you nods appreciatively.
Gary's earned it.
Good boy, Gary.
Yourself, Senna.
How do you know my name?
Because you said it earlier when you walked over.
I'm a beholder. I know
the
many
beholder
things.
starts to like go for the exit. I'm not
Beholder,
the
you're not
BBG.
What is the spiciest thing that you have?
Oh, we can do spicy. And then the beholder's like eye stalk like leans into you and it's like, now you want spicy, or you just want like a little spicy?
Oh, spicy.
The beholder's like little eye like sort of raises its little eyebrows at you and then like comes back. Says, pick any and you can have any that is spicy.
That one!
His big sharp teeth grinning at you. You do feel as he looks at you, your magic just completely fades away. Because he's a beholder.
Yeah, no. Not casting, it's alright.
He sees you for who you are, but you know.
I'm just going to step back a little bit.
You're getting nervous, so you're like, as you step back, you bump into a old woman.
Oh, sorry. Terribly sorry.
She holds out her hand and says, "Please let me tell your fortune."
Oh dear. Oh no, a scam.
She like holds her hand out. Please.
Put my hand out.
She like strokes your hand gently, following the lines across it, and as she kind of makes that physical contact with you, you do feel kind of weirdly comforted. That like that kind of like physical contact, very gently, can sometimes be very soothing and very nice. And you start to feel yourself like relax a little bit, like you kind of, even though you're in this large soup with a lot's going on, you were made to feel very safe with this woman, and her eyes roll back in her head and she starts muttering words that don't even seem to be in any particular language. And she says, a dwarf will find the forge of his ancestors and will become one with his gods. A cat will find many cards through a mysterious connection, and a half-orc might find betrayal closer to home than she thinks. And you, what's that behind your ear? And she pulls out a sword from behind your ear and says, "This is for you," and lays out this beautiful sword in front of you.
This seems normal. Thank you, Baba. Truly blessed with.
She gives you a kiss on each side of your cheek and says, and whispers in your ear, "Worry not, Elijah," and then walks away from you, disappearing into the crowd.
Hey guys, I just met my god. And look, I already got a sheath for the sword.
You can add a 9 live stealer to your.
No! I only have 8 of those left.
What happened to your first one?
We don't talk about that one.
That was when you were the 5th member.
Is it which type of sword is it? Is it great, long, great?
It would be a rapier.
Beautiful. Oh, heckins. Oh, wow, okay. Wow.
Was there anything about a key on the hilt or anything, like that would maybe connect it to a certain card?
Oh, very funnily enough, the handle does look like that of a key.
The Keyblade.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've effectively been given a keyblade.
I am Mickey Mouse! Oh, that is an overpowered weapon for a sorcerer, but beautiful. Yeah.
It's a deck of many things, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta allow it, you know. Sometimes.
I turned around like, fellows, I was blessed because of choices. Some people they eat jewelry, others I have new sword. It's good.
Oh, pretty. It's very pretty.
Thank you. Not to be meta, but it eats people.
Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Funny.
It's pretty crazy.
And other things were said. Baba says that you find Forge. Says that you will find power and deck, and says that I will get kiss. Is good. Didn't mention. Didn't Senna said said had good life.
That's nice.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll deception. Just
Am I going to
Yeah, I
find
feel like
another
that's
deck
fair.
of cards?
it says you get other card. It's a 12. I think it's just like it says Senna have a good life. But yes.
Oh, a
it's-
9. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
lovely. That's lovely.
I turn around and do the yikes. But yes, maybe you'll get more cards.
Yes. One can only hope. These cards have done mostly good so far, so I can only imagine that more can only be a positive.
we all nod sagely.
Mhm.
You all nodded and looked at Devrim, who's just picked up a burger on. Oh,
Happier now.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys eat the day away and have a wonderful meal. Senna, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. Oh, that's an 8.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're like digging into this burger, and you are like, "Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, it's real good." And you guys are chit chatting, and you're like, you have a little fry, and you take another bite of the burger, and you're like, it's hot today. Like maybe it's like Zakhara's sun is like hotter than the one in Faerun. Like what? And then like slowly but surely, by the end of your meal, you're like sweating, dripping buckets, sort of like doubled over, mouth open, and you can hear like slight mutterings from the beholder being like, I do know. People say hot, but they don't mean it.
I love it.
Oh no! Oh no! Look,
Favorite. It's my favorite.
she has numb tongue.
Oh,
It happens every time we go for curry. She's like, "What is hottest?" And next thing she knows, dicky tummy.
it's so good. I like it.
Papa Dragon is not fire dragon, is metallic dragon. You'll never learn.
Well, it's very nice though. I like it.
So I handed like the water skin. I'm like, oh no, she's eating water skin. Oh no, it happened again.
Oh, excellent stuff, gang. So, what do you guys want to do whilst you're in the soup?
Ooh.
You're gonna split the pie? You're gonna just sort of walk around
look at the
together?
map. Let's draw
Yeah.
more cards. Look at the map.
Not yet.
Yeah, let's go see if we can find a map. Sarah, or
A map seller, yeah?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check or an investigation check, whichever you prefer.
ooh.
Oh.
I shall roll perception.
Not a nat 20.
Beautiful.
That is what we like to hear.
I got an 8, so I think whether I'm in the background, just sort of like waving my hand at Senna's tongue, like.
I didn't roll. Wait, I didn't roll because I'm just.
I rolled a 10, but that means I got a 9. We have minus
Give me
1 wisdom.
once. I will help you out. Toot sweet.
Shush, 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 shush. Again, just as Tony, you're like, there, burp. There you go. Big burps.
So, what did we get? We got a natural 20,
25.
25,
9.
I'm burping. I didn't roll.
and an 8 for
and an 8.
and
Excellent.
8 for burping babies.
Yeah, I feel like you two are probably like crowded over Senna, just sort of like looking after her. Just Elijah and Senna, just sort of together, just trying to make sure that you don't, I don't know, choke to death. And Fluffles and Devrin, you guys are sort of having a little look around, trying to see if you can spot anything. And Fluffles, probably because of your like height difference being on top of Gary's shoulder, you spot first and are able to point Devrin in the right direction. That maybe a 5-6 stalls over seems to be a very prolific map maker maker with beautiful ornate maps, all for sale. But you also notice a little further on a quiet stall. It seems that people just aren't going over to it. There is a couple of maps on there, a couple of statuettes of what you probably predatorily notice as pigeons made of gold, rings, vials of things, but it is very clearly to you, Fluffles, unusually quiet compared to the rest of the market. Something that gives you almost like the heckles on your fur to raise a little bit, because there is something off.
I turn to Devrim and say, Devrim, you see where the map stall is?
Yes.
Give me jewellery and then wait over there. I'm just going to go look at something very quickly.
How much?
Handful. Keep your tiara.
Tiara. I like my tiara.
Very pretty.
3 pieces of jewelry.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice.
I will be back momentarily.
Great. You scuttle off with Gary?
Yeah, I'll bring Gary.
Cool. So I guess Gary kind of carries you.
Ratatouille style.
No, I think I leave Gary to kind of chase after me on this occasion.
Oh, okay, so Gary's like... He's pushing his way through with his backpacks through the souk.
I'll follow behind as well.
Are you going to the maps, though, or are you following Gary?
I'm going to follow Fluffles.
Great. Excellent. So, Elijah and Senna, you are left behind just whilst Fluffles and Devrin head off to get a map. You managed to get some water, and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
I think we're doing the drunk girl on the night out thing, where she's like head
That
down.
many
like,
times is fine. Oh, that's a 15.
15. After a good 10 minutes, and the beholder, who introduces themselves as Moanjit, offers you an extra portion of potato fries with mango coulis, claiming that the potatoes will help cool it down for you.
Oh,
He's the potato science.
it's really your best cook. Honestly, your best cook.
Thank you. I take it very, 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 very well that you think that, especially seeing as you are suffering right now. And they stroke you gently with one of their tentacles. The eye closes. It doesn't get goop on you. The three of you, the two of you and your item, head over to this mysterious stall. And once you arrive, the seller, who has just sort of had their head down, just gently playing with their fingernails, looks up at you. They wear purples and yellows, a turban wrapping up their hair, with a beautiful yellow sash that goes across their forehead, dangling from it pieces of jewelry, their ears adorned with jewelry, their eyebrow also pierced with jewelry. They smile at you, a little gold tooth in their mouth, and golden rings flash out as they say, "Hello, my name is Bashir. What can I interest you in today?" And they sit cross-legged upon a very simple carpet with their wares rolled out in front of them, a tent just over them, set on little wooden sticks covering them from the sun.
What are you selling?
Oh, well, I am selling all sorts of things. We have maps, if you need, of the local areas. We have fine jewelry and riches, things that might help with sicknesses, but just little figurines if one would take your fancy. But of course, in my shop further in the city, well, there I can promise of many great things.
Why are your maps better than the maps over there? Why should we buy from you?
That is up to you, my friend.
Hmm.
What is it you are looking for?
Well, a map of the city for one thing. Also potentially something to make this guy's brain work a little faster.
They look at you, Devrin.
Hi.
No offense.
What is wrong with his brain?
A random event recently occurred in the past half an hour or so, in which they became a little bit more, simple than they were before, just a bit, but to a point where they're having trouble speaking common now.
Fluffles, whilst you're having this conversation, can you just remind me of your passive perception?
It's 13.
13. And you had the highest, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Whilst having this conversation, you just gently notice a little pigeon in the air, just flying above you, circling.
Are they common here?
Oh, the sky rats, yes. You need to be careful, especially if you have had food recently. They will try to steal from your plate. Bashir smiles at you, his golden tooth sparkling just in the reflected light.
Tiny. How close are these pigeons?
Oh, they're a good 60 foot in the air.
Hmm.
It's just what you like, because of your animal senses, you're just slightly picking them up.
Okay. Suspicious here? Nothing at all. Just don't know what to do with this information.
I'm just fixated on all the bling he's got on.
I tell you what, I have a decent map that I can sell for you for a gold piece. This will give you a lot of important locations throughout the whole city of Hale. This is something I can do for you.
Sounds reasonable, yes, Fluffles.
But your friend, now, this is a different matter altogether. Your friend, well, we might have to go to my shop, but it is a little far away. It's in a little secret market, a market of promises. And he smiles at you again, that tooth reflecting the light from the sun.
Well, I'm getting kind of kidnappy vibes from you, I'm not going to lie. So why don't you mark it on your map, and maybe we come later?
That's the thing about this market. It is not somewhere that you can just go. You have to find yourself lost, or, well, know someone who knows how to get there.
I turn to Devrim, I'm just like, oh yeah, this guy wants to kidnap us, we should take that map and go.
But the market is a good place. It is a hard place to get to.
You remember
You'll
it?
definitely be able to find anything your heart desires there.
I've never been there, but I have heard it. Many people try to seek it. If this person can take
Bashir,
us there,
please. And he holds his hand out to shake your hand.
Oh, I'll shake his hand. If Bashir can help us get there, then it would be. But this handshake is going on very long time.
Because you're not letting go.
sorry, it's my fault. Yes, if we can get there, that would be very good, I think, for us.
You have some time to kill. How long does it take to get there?
Bashir starts to stand and it says, "Oh, not very long." He just gently brushes himself off, and as he's brushing himself off, you hear a voice from behind you, Fluffles, say, "G'day, Bashir. Sorry, but unfortunately these two will not be making it with you." As you turn to see the voice, a golden-haired tabaxi with orange patterns colouring them, and a large cowboy hat, for lack of a better word, with two holsters also carrying strange knives on either side, and a waistcoat, stands there with their eyes hidden. Bashir, I think it's time you fuck off, you. And Bashir smiles and says, well, that is my time to leave. And he clicks his hand, and as he does so, the blanket in front of you with all his wares slowly roll up and like fold neatly into a little square, and he just gently picks it up and places it inside a satchel that he has. He says, sorry to bother you, Luck. Enjoy your day, you two. Safe travels. And he walks out of the market souk into the crowd and disappears. The
Well, that was
tabaxi.
weird.
The
That was weird
tabaxi.
from start to finish.
The tabaxi puts a hand on both your shoulders and says, "Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that guy. He's a right dickhead. Nice to meet you. My name's Luck. I'm sorry I'm late. I was meant to meet you at the crate, but I got a little held up. You see. But you don't want to trust Bashir. That man kind of bites off more than he can chew. I guess that's a good way of putting it. It's probably not the best way. Probably not sensitive. Anyway, yeah, that market not the place for you. You guys are protected by steel cutters. You got your little tokens.
You.
Excellent.
Don't eat
Good
it.
to know
Don't
you're
eat
not.
it.
Yeah, it's good to know you're not changelings. Sometimes there's changelings in the city, and sometimes they'll steal people and pretend to be others. But that's because they're working with other gangs. Don't worry about it. But these tokens, they're quite hard to come by, so don't worry about it. It's good to see that you guys are all right. Anyway, let's boogie. Did I mention my name?
It's Luck.
Yeah, Luck.
My name is Luck.
I've got a hat.
Yeah, she walks you guys and says, do you know where the rest of your party is? There was meant to be 4 of you, I believe. There was meant to be 5 of you, actually.
They were covering from a particularly spicy beholder burger.
Yeah, I heard that one of them got chopped in half.
Yeah, part of him's over there, and the other part is, I don't know.
Probably with
Crikey. That sounds awful, guys. Yeah, Brick said that you're an interesting bunch. But that's Brick. Brick's, well, they're a little tetchy around the edges. But most steel cutters are, really. You know, you kind of get into a bit of gang warfare, you see some things, and you're not really ready for it. I myself, the bounty hunter, find myself quite easily entertained with all this. So no problem really going on there. And they continue to chat your ear off unless you stop.
Hey, Luck. Do you live up to the name?
I try to. I mean, I've stayed alive this far. Haven't died once. Still got all 8 lives. And they wink at you.
Would you like to test your luck?
Why? What are you offering, my friend?
Would you like to pick a card?
They look at the deck that that Gary holds up, and they go, "Huh? Tell you what, I'll deliver you to the constant, get my job done, and then yeah, I'll have a little draw of your card."
Okay, we will see.
As you guys are sat with just outside of the Beholder's Burgers, this ginger tabaxi rocks up with Fluffles and Devrin and says, "These are the 2?"
Yes, them. The
Excellent.
twins.
Twins, right? You can tell by the way that you both have similar hair and you both half-orcs. Which half's the orc, right? Bottom half or top half?
Left side, yes.
The left side. Very clever. Very
funny.
clever. Very funny. Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's get into this. Let's get into this meeting. The constant doesn't like waiting.
Right. Okay. You are contact. Marvelous.
Yeah, of course. Sorry, my name's Luck. Nice to meet you. And you are
Elijah.
Elijah.
My name is Senna. Pleasure to meet you.
Senna, and I'm guessing you're Fluffles, and they point to yourself, Evie.
Maybe I am.
And Devrin, it's good to see you again, mate.
And you.
Roll a history check.
9.
You don't remember. You don't remember who this is.
I subtly sort of like point at you a little bit. I cast guidance just enough to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
So add a d4.
That makes it a 10.
Yeah, you still don't know who this is.
Ooh.
Yeah, good to see you.
It's lucky that they've told you their name. Like, you know their name's
What?
Luck because they've just repeated it, but you have no recollection of how you've met this tabaxi, of what they do. They've told you that they're a gun for hire, but you're like, I don't know.
Seen plenty of guns fired.
One thing that you will notice about Luck is that she doesn't wear grey. She's actually wearing her own color of clothing. Fluffles, with your passive perception, you have noticed that just around the souk, there is like the odd person wearing full pinstriped three-piece suits, all carrying these similar, like curved daggers in holsters, sometimes on their chest, sometimes by their waist. Some of them wear like flat caps. Some of them have like their jackets taken off because it's too hot and they're sweating too much and they just can't do it. Okay, they just can't do it. But she starts to lead you through the market, and you see more examples of beautiful shop fronts that open up with like luscious carpets, luscious spices, some fruit and veg stalls, all sorts of things. But as you start to notice as you go through, there is so much metalworkers here. Like the forges here are amazing, and you can see that the armories and the jewelers and everything here is done to a incredibly high quality. Everything is at a high standard. It is hard to fault the beauty that you come across here with the metallurgy that's going on in this city. But saying that, you are led further and further into a district that starts to get cleaner. The street has like kind of like towering senses of things on top of each other, and you notice that there are staircases up to different shops, and you can see that there's ongoing things going on upstairs. Even sometimes like little domestic houses, people sat outside laughing, eating food, drinking like teas and coffees, and the smells are all kind of covered with this, again, heavy, thick smoke. And the sky is kind of hard to make out completely, but you can see little blackened pigeons that have kind of gotten dirtied by the amount of dirt and like soot in the air. It's probably setting off your senses, Fluffles, with your natural predatory instincts.
I would like to pounce on some as we go.
Make me an attack roll.
Sure. Ooh, that is... Well, I do it with my my psychic things because I don't have actual claws anymore. So that is a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23.
Yeah, 23. You are using like lethal damage or non-lethal?
Non-lethal. I wanna play with it a little.
Excellent. You managed to catch one just like in midair, and you catch it, and it just looks at you like.
Tell me your secrets.
It like flaps in your hands.
Interesting. We will speak again.
Gary holds out a bag, but you throw it up into the air, and he's like, "Okay."
We have not heard the last of that pigeon. It will go in
Gary
the bag
closes the
before
bag.
long.
You have made a powerful enemy.
The hunt is on.
The tabaxi the whole way has just been chatting the whole time, and it's talking specifically to Devrin, being like, "Yeah, so I was talking to Kamal the other day, and he was like saying that you'd been gone for like 3 weeks or something, and I thought it was strange that I hadn't seen you for a while because obviously bumping into each other in this line of work, working for the Constant as well. And I was telling him about that time with the Anorak, where we watched somebody get like pulverized to death by an Anorak. That was crazy." And he couldn't believe it. He was like, out of the two things that he thought might kill people, a giant and an Anorak was not like one of the two. And I was saying to him, if there's anybody you want on your side, it's Devrin when you're handling a giant, all right? But if you're handling an Anorak, you don't want Jug, because he's dead because of the Anorak killed him. You remember that, don't you?
I sort of look
I rolled
over
a
to Senna,
16
I'm
on
like,
my history check.
Anorak, like a goat.
You have like a vague memory of going out on a job to basically find some cattle. They were highly priced. Explain to you that anoraks are basically wild magical bulls that are incredibly rare and powerful. But there was a herd of them that had apparently been stolen by a giant, and you had to deal with that. And you went with a group of people, but one of them, Jag, died, not to the giant, which you were fighting, but to a cow that just took umbrage with him. All the other cows scattered. This one just decided it hated Jag and just proceeded to stomp the life out of him.
I was nodding along. Yes. Not good. Yes.
Anyway, where have you been, mate? You've been gone for like 3 weeks, man.
Do I trust? No, I don't know this person, so I wouldn't trust him enough. Just away for a bit. Some leave, annual leave. So just not much really. What have you been up to?
Oh, mate, I've been up to loads. I went to one of the other cities of the heart and met a genie. That was the first time I've met a genie. Coming from Chalk myself, not many genies around, so it's kind of crazy to see it. I'll tell you what, though, the oceans around here and the away sea and just the general forests remind me a lot of home. It's been really nice to just be kind of around here, though I do want to check out the snow. Apparently, if you go further north, there's like a whole tundra hanging around. That's kind of farther out of the city into the heart, apparently, so not really too keen on that myself. But I do kind of want to see the snow, so it's kind of like, stay where you know or go to the snow. Stay where you know, go to the snow.
That sounds cool.
See what you did there.
I'd like to meet a genie.
Yeah,
I think that'd be cool.
Apparently, there's a city up there that is ruled by a genie, so gotta kind of see that. But out here, they're not the nicest people, but we'll find out. You never know.
I think we're being followed. And I look up into the sky at the sound of pigeons.
You can see two pigeons stop looking at each other going...
Have you done? You've turned
made an enemy for life.
You've turned the flying rats against us.
Oh god, a legion of them are just going to come after us.
You'll be fine.
Like in the infamous play of Jonathan Wick, where the people train the pigeons and they know everything.
Get this man a gun.
That's what we did in our downtime. We went and watched the entire free trilogy, stayed up all night, and we're like, "This is great. This is the best play.
This is the best play I've ever seen." Oh, I've accidentally closed my encounter table for you guys. Sorry, let me just get that back up. This is interesting.
That table.
Interesting content. Getting the encounter table back up. Boom. Oh wait, rolled. Anyway. So you managed to make your way through the financial district, and things start to get cleaner and nicer, and you can see that there are people wearing finer clothes, and the sort of like hustle and bustle starts to die down a little bit, and there seems to be a more of a presence of a city guard that you haven't seen in a while, and they wear white robes with iron armor. And they all have a symbol of the city of Hayol, which is a golden cross with a hammer on it, and that kind of hits it at a diagonal. Then, as you start to go in further, there seems to be a moment where one of the guards is going to like come over to you and chat with you, but Look just holds up one of the infinity counters that she's holding, and the guard, who doesn't have any of these weird daggers but carries like regular sword, regular shield kind of armaments and little javelin on their back, just sort of, as they're like holding onto their sword, just sort of like nods and goes back to talking to another guard. And you walk through this district completely unhassled. There's a few little market stalls. It's about midday, and there's a few people out for lunch, and you can see them sat And within these districts, and you can see there's mainly like, as you look inside, there's many offices, and there's occasionally like richer, finer clothed people talking to each other. There's a few cafes with like shishas and things like that. People are smoking and eating food, and they're being waited on. A lot quieter, a lot sort of more chill and relaxed than the hustle and bustle of the souk and the market district that you were in earlier. You are led to a large 3-story building, which is named the Steel Cutter Company. You enter inside, and you go up one floor into a waiting area, inside of which there is nobody else apart from a receptionist who gets a little cheeky wink and a tilt of the hat from Luck and says, we've got a delivery for the Constant. And the receptionist, who is an Aarakocra, looks up and says, the Constant is just in a meeting. They'll be done soon, hopefully. Please, take a seat.
Yep, take a seat.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The Tabaxi gunslinger, well, you don't know that. Tabaxi kicks their feet up onto a table in front of them, sitting next to you, Fluffles, and says, how about that card?
You're muted, friend. But I see by your hand movements you're very excited for possibilities.
Now the cards.
Gary is already like opening up the little wooden box with the cards inside.
Oh, Gary, you are incorrigible. I turned to Senna and I'm like, what do you think you will get? Oh, no.
Ooh.
Gary, no.
Totally Gary's fault.
Time I am kind of watching over Luck's shoulder to see what it is as well.
Impulsively, you see the full card, and impulsively, they draw again.
Oh.
They said one.
Oh.
No,
Wait. This happened before.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Oh. Yep. Yep, that looks good, obviously.
Everything
Both
is
cards
fine.
disintegrate into her hands. She sort of like leans back and she goes, you know, they didn't feel very lucky.
Maybe you should consider changing your name.
No, I'll be all right. Who knows?
That's the kind of attitude that will keep you going through life. Yes, positive attitude, Luck.
I mean, I definitely feel a little less, I don't know, like something bad happened, but it's kind of like ineffable. Well, she looks up into the ceiling, just sort of almost like passes here. She's like, well, may fate bless me on my time here. Hopefully, won't be too bad. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to get off, and I'll see you guys later, hopefully. You take it easy. Don't cause no trouble, all right, Devrin? And gives you like a little thud on your shoulders.
No, I'll try. Luck. I'll try.
The receptionist drops like a pencil, and as quick as a flash, the Tabaxi pulls out the handle of this dagger that you see, but instead it is this pointed miniature cannon, would be the best way to describe it, as she holds it out towards the pencil pot, and then goes, the quill pot, and goes, oh, no, it's all right, and like just loosens her grip on the gun and twizzles it back into a holster and goes, sorry, feeling a bit twitchy, guys. Anyway, take it easy. Good eye.
Like with the flame.
Totally going to burn to death. Got to be burned to death, right?
Okay, so we've got one for burn to death. Do I hear anything else? Anyone else want to take any bets?
Misfire. I think the gun goes off.
Ooh,
yeah,
a good one.
Oh,
That's a good
well,
one.
make a intelligence check. See if you can figure out what it is.
Ooh.
Either a history
19.
or a... Yeah, I think a history check would be the best one for this.
12.
21.
21.
Rolling well today.
Knows the face of the
Then
heart of the cards.
Josh?
I don't think I would roll intelligence.
I mean, you would definitely roll a history check.
I'd roll a history check. I'll do that. So 7.
7.
You can't remember exactly what it's called. You know you've seen one before, but you don't know what it's called. And you vaguely remember it's kind of like a crossbow, but louder.
I just know that I know that they all have. That's all.
Fluffles. Back on the Sword Coast, you came across a long, tall tale kind of storyteller, and it was in a tavern when Gary was getting you some milk that you got chatting to the person in the booth next to you, and they started to have some kind of interesting stories that they were telling you, and one of the most interesting one was about a man called Blackjack Ketchum, and it was this long horror story. Essentially, it was a ghost story about a town far, far away, where essentially this person had turned up to play a game of cards, had won, and the noble of the area got annoyed and lynched them. And that night, the noble was attacked by the figure of this Jack Ketchum. Just a single rider holding what the storyteller described as pistols or revolvers that could shoot pieces of metal faster than, or could explode pieces of metal with fire, well, hellfire and blood and fury, faster than anything anyone could conceive of. And the description of the weapons and the description of the horror story match this weapon that she was using, or holding, anyway. Though you gather that the horror story had a lot more like details to it about like time stopping and people like it was clearly like a tall tale, but that seems like the thing that was described.
These are great, powerful weapons of legend. I would hope they would not misfire, being as powerful and terrifying and fiery as they are. But I know the flames. It seems within their purview.
And it is common that a great artifact would suddenly turn upon the user at the most inopportune time, especially if the F word has turned against them. Then maybe, Fluffles, maybe you have damned that warrior to a
Or
most
maybe they're going to one of the hells.
Ooh.
definitely burned to death in the hells.
It's true.
It's true.
And then weapon misfire and takes off foot, and then you cannot run away from creatures.
Well, we're going to have to find a way to figure out how this actually goes down so we can collect on these bets.
Yeah.
Yes, we can ask. I was sort of looking at Devrim, and I was like, no, Devrim will not know who to talk to.
As you
pat him on the shoulder. They're there. We will find you, brain-fixing doctor, don't worry.
Yes, that would be good.
I mean, there was Bashir in the marketplace.
You just put ice pick up noses, you fix problems.
As you guys sort of sat having this conversation in this waiting room, the door opens and out steps an incredibly beautiful woman wearing ornate versions of the guard's armor that you'd seen before. She's holding a helmet in her left arm, and her shield is slung over her back, and her sword is held to her side. She, however, also has one of these revolvers tucked just behind the helmet, strapped to her neck with a holster. She comes forward and looks at you all, just gently scowls in your direction. The woman at the reception stands the Aarakocra at the reception stands and bows, and the woman walking out doesn't even acknowledge that and just leaves. Devrin, do you want to make a history roll?
I was going to say, should I make a history check? I think I know who this is, but Devrin doesn't know. It was a 6.
Yeah, you've no clue who that was. It's a city guard, wasn't it?
Very fancy city guard person.
I think gesture towards the Aarakocra. We knew. Who was that, and why did you bow? Are they powerful?
Is it your boss?
Is that the
That was Princess Hannah.
A princess.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy princess.
Never sift the tiara.
Just it's Devrin who's also wearing it. You are also pretty princess. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You hear from inside the door that's just slightly ajar. Here, come, send them in.
Get up. Let's just look at Fluffles. You are sweet little baby and tender Sarah. Hey, you're fine. Do the sibling come up?
No.
Having them facing off against each other, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
I'll let them do their thing.
Senna, as you sort of stand to face off with your twin, your dragon focus just for a second just starts to kind of warm in your chest. Just for a second.
You alright?
It could be the burger coming back up. Spicy burps. I don't know.
Again, cast guidance on you. There, so you do not embarrass yourself in front of Rich.
When do I embarrass myself? Turns round.
Yeah, well, actually, so that time
As you start to walk towards the door with Elijah, the dragon focus gets incredibly hot for a brief second. It doesn't change nothing outwardly, but then it just settles as you get to the door.
Ooh.
You probably should not be eating spicy burgers now. You try
or
lemon and lime spread.
The necklace is glowy.
Like
Pigeons.
well,
sorry, that's just outside 100%
we look at the window where the pigeon's cool.
There's 3 pigeons at the window
one's just flipping a coin.
Yeah, with its little clawed foot.
Your necklace is glowing.
Yeah. It's hot. I don't know.
To warn you of danger.
I don't know. Do things go hot when it's scary or something? Or princesses? Maybe it doesn't like princesses.
Dragon Steel Princess, yes. Back home, there was a story of princess who was dragon and knight, all combined into one. It was great hero.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Power over fire. Great powers. Yeah.
Okay.
Evie got a visceral reaction that I was going to do no. he knows the right story. No, but so maybe you're not planning to steal Princess, are you?
Why would I steal a prince? I mean, she's very pretty. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing. No, I don't have the urge. Do you have the urge?
I have many urges. I was like, Senna likes princess. Senna likes princess.
God. Such an idiot.
You're going to get 50,000 gold and you're going to buy princess flowers, but she is too rich. She does not want your flowers.
Look, my flowers really better than yours.
As the constant sitting behind the desk going, are you done?
I'm guessing you're kind of walking as you're saying this. Devrin, are you holding up at last?
I would have been the first one to go in. As soon as they went, you can go in, I would have been instantly followed orders and gone in, because I know who the constant is. Still remember that. But so I
This
know
is the
not
first
to be
time you've ever
tardy.
met them as well.
Yeah. So I know this is a big deal.
You walk into the room with Fluffles and Gary. Later followed by Senna and Elijah. At the far end of the room is split into two. There's almost like this open welcome room with tables and sofa chairs that are arranged for like comfortable sitting. And then at the far end of this room, on either side are bookcases laden with books as well. And on the furthest side, next to drawers and cupboards, like mad behind and a few windows that let in a beautiful light, is a desk, and sat behind the desk is a masculine figure again with stark white hair, gaunt features, square shoulders, wearing the pinstriped suit, but not wearing the jacket. Doesn't have a tie or anything like that. Just a collarless shirt of white, dressed exactly as the other steel cutters, just without the jacket, without a tie or anything like that. The collar is done up with a little stud of steel, and they look up at you with grey eyes, and their skin is pale. Most people here have tan complexion, if not incredibly dark complexions because of the heat and the general sun, whereas this person is pale and seems to be completely unaffected by the sun. It is midday though, and the sun is blazing down upon them. They just don't seem to have caught any sort of tan. You walk in, and they allow Elijah and Senna to stop their conversation, and they just finish off writing down whatever it is in a big journal. And they close this big book, this thick book, put the quill back in the ink pot, and stand, and they say, "Would you like to help yourself to any refreshments?" And they point to a drinks cabinet just in this sort of welcome area.
Oh, yes, please.
Can I make a roll? Because pale skin, white hair, I'm like, you changeling?
Well, yeah, wrong.
What do you want me to... Insight or...
I guess an insight or a nature check, depending on what you're trying to figure out.
Insight. Oh. 8. I'm just like, something. But
They don't look like you do when you're not when you're in your natural form. You have black eyes and have incredibly like pale, like the same color as your white hair skin. This is still like got pigment within his skin, but completely unaffected by the sun. like they haven't, essentially you get a tan through your like natural genetics and complexion, but also you get a tan from sun damage. The sun literally like burns you and colors your skin. And this has not happened to this person.
Again, just a momentarily like squint of like, interesting. Yeah, and then I'll go over and see what's on offer.
There's just hard liquor, essentially.
Oh, gracious. Do you want a drink, sister? Are you feeling up to it?
Yes!
What do
Looks
you
like
want?
the good stuff.
Since we are on a mission, shouldn't we remain sober for the time being in front of our new employer?
Sorry, what? Sorry, put that down.
It's all in decanters as well, like crystal decanters. So there's little crystal glasses as well. So there's no bottles. It's all decanted into crystal decanters with amber liquids just dotted around. Are you drinking straight out of the decanter, or are you like, have you poured it into a glass?
I poured it into a glass and I've taken a little sip. I'll look back to the constant and I'll go, would you like a drink?
No, I'm fine. As your friend has said, we have business.
Oh.
They take a seat at a single sofa.
Turn to Senna. It was a test, and we are passing. Lean in. I will buy you a drink later.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Come, are there seats on the other side of the table, or do we have to stand?
There's seats all over this sort of area. He's just taken, they've just taken one, sorry, far back.
Okay.
Just so they can view you. And they do use they, them.
Cool.
Sit down with my
Up.
drink.
On a chair, trying to look as cute and disarming as possible in front of the new person.
Gary stands next to you. The constant, when they walk over, you notice, isn't particularly tall or particularly short. They're around about 5'10". Just a decent average height. They sit down and they just observe you for a second as you ready yourselves and you get sat down. Do you guys, there is like sofas that allow for 2 people, there are sofas that allow for just 1 person. I'm guessing Fluffles is sat on their own sofa.
Person's sofa splayed out. Just in the worst place for anyone else to sit down.
Great. There's like a couple of there's quite a few like sitting chairs, so you can sit together, Elijah or Senna, or you can sit separately.
We sit together.
Sit together.
Devin?
I'll sit on any available seat that there is, as long as it's not next to the constant.
Yeah. So does anybody want to sit near the constant, or are you going to allow them to just sort of view you?
It'll be relatively near.
Okay.
Let them view him.
Charm them.
Yeah.
As whatever.
Do you want to roll a little, I don't know, performance check to see whether or not you get on the constant's good side?
Can I convince you for persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a nat 20. For a 29.
The constant looks at you and gives you a brief smile as you are sort of like purring on this large sofa by yourself.
Myself, I'm in.
There's a mine north of here called the Murat Mine. If you follow the river named, let me find its name, I've lost it. The Al-Hual River. Follow it up, you may take one of my boats. That is my main mine for a lot of ore that comes into this city. And for some reason, there's been no communication. I'm not particularly pleased about that. I would send my own men to deal with it, but I actually think it's quite convenient this is happening, as later on today, I will be being honoured by the Sultana herself and be given a citizenship. Don't laugh at Sultana.
We wouldn't dare.
Try to hold it in, I'm sorry.
Whatever your reason is for this, we won't judge.
Very good, Tom. Very
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. The constant does not. Yeah, there's a boo, and the constant just like, no.
Allow it. Allow it. They say.
Says in the room, and I'm like, oh no.
We usually have our own boats that go upriver to transport all of the iron ore. None have come back, and I sent a few scouts a few days ago. However, they also have not come back, which is strange. There's been no communication for over a week now, and that brings me great displeasure. So, the Count has offered your services. The Count has been trying with this one, and points to Devrin very, very, harshly almost. Not with spite or intent, but just intensity. This one for over a year. However, luckily for the Count, Devon has proved himself very useful. So I'm willing to let you 4 go to the mine. Seems that I'll have to provide one of my own to help you there, and I'll meet you at the docks to take you. Apparently there was an issue with the teleportation circle.
They were new. They didn't fully understand. We are consummate professionals, but yes. So go to the mine, resolve the issue there, and return. That is the mission, correct?
That is the mission. Though it is very important that the equipment is not damaged and that you find evidence of what is behind this. I find it very, very suspicious that my mind has just gone out of order.
Tell us what the last communications were that you had from the mine.
Standard procedure. Communication just stopped one day.
Was it mining something particularly special?
Just iron, just gems, whatever gold or anything that is found in the mine is the benefit. These lands are very rich and have made me a very, very wealthy person.
Is there anyone that would seek to make you not a very wealthy person?
The Constant smiles at you. There are many people here that would covet my wealth and influence, but not many who could handle it.
Any that would try?
That is why I suspect they might have left something behind, some evidence perhaps. If you can find anything that might tell me who they are, another gang perhaps could very easily be the honey badgers.
Oh no, not the honey badgers.
They don't give a shit.
I say that to Senna at the same time.
Strange that you've heard of them this far. But if there is even Zentarim here, they will find punishment swift. Now, when the Constant leans in close to all of you, why are you all working for this Count?
The Count pays us well. You have to work somewhere, and on the whole, the three of us have had good success. Why? It just like things back. The Count seems honourable. The Count hasn't stabbed us in the back yet. It's
Do you even know what it is the Count has asked me for? Why? And then they point at Devrin again. Why, you have been here a year to earn my favour.
I mean, kind of side-eyeing Devrin here, going, "Oh no, we've lost really important stuff here." It's not our job to ask. It's our job to deliver the goods. I mean, if you wish to tell us, it is beneficial to us, but
not important.
We know to keep our noses clean.
We know that we are asked to do a job, and the job is what we will do.
I wish to reiterate that the more information you can give us to help us do the job well and to the standards that you desire of us would be very helpful.
The Constant stands and walks over to their desk. They pull out a few scrolls and walk back over to you, Fluffles, and they hand you a map of the mine and a route of how to get there. And they say, you know, the Count said that you were all reliable. And I'll be honest, when you first walked in looking at Senna and Elijah, I thought maybe the Count was having me over. But Devrin, you have worked long and hard for me. And this is the first time you've met me. I hope I am not disappointed. And yourself, Fluffles, are very smart and know what you're looking for. I think this might go well for you.
Thank you. I am very smart.
Massive poofball.
Well, you may take your leave. You'll find someone at the docks for you. If you find Brick, they'll tell you where to go.
Thank you.
Can I make a quick roll? Part of me is like, is that a dragon person?
Make a insight roll or I don't know. Make a history. It's your choice. A history, a nature, or an insight?
I pat you on the back as I'm getting up. It's guidance again.
Thank you. Insight. Hang on, I got a roll.
With a D4.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
15.
With an insight of 15, the constant seems to be incredibly self-assured, unworried, a level of arrogance that might lead to confidence, has bragged about their wealth and their power and their influence, and I suppose in some way or form these are all characteristics of a dragon. But who knows?
Nothing that would indicate a color or anything.
There's no, as far as you're aware, no dragons of grey. Maybe a white dragon with the white hair.
Yeah.
But white dragons, from knowing your daddy dragon, don't like to take human form very often.
No.
Like, despise it, if anything.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you've not seen a dragon like this color, I guess, of greys and.
I give it a little bit of a knowing look, but not. It's just a.
Great. So you exit the room.
Can I knock over an ink pot on the way out? Sorry.
In the office.
Just casually. If it's just there on the edge.
There's maybe like a little bauble, like a little figure or something just on the side that you can just knock over.
Just make sure no one's looking.
In fact, roll me a D100.
Ooh. Okay. That's always a good sign. Where is it? That is an 83.
With an 83, you notice another small golden pigeon, recognizable from Bashir's market. But that is the ornament that you go to knock over.
A lot of pigeons.
Sorry? Do you say that in the office?
I think, don't ask, you don't get an answer. Yeah.
The constant looks over and says, "Excuse me?"
Oh, just noticed that there are a lot of pigeons around and there's a pigeon here. Do you like pigeons?
Not particularly fond of them, but this was given to me by a salesman, I guess would be the best way to put them.
Hold back here.
You've met Bashir then?
Weird guy, got kind of kidnappy vibes from him.
Not kidnapping vibes, but definitely definitely dangerous. The Market of Promise is an interesting place. I've been there before myself, but unfortunately I did not find anything that I thought would be substantial. I've seen a lot of people lose a hand or two there, and he smiles at you. But they always got what they wanted.
I'm sure they did. Well, to the docks, and as attention goes away from the figurine, I will just flick it with my tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It thuds to the ground. It's made of gold. It's pretty long, you know.
Oh no!
There's a gentle laugh from inside the door as you exit.
See? Boss likes you. Did good.
Likes
good.
me. I am adorable.
Thinks you're clever.
Gary says, yes. Gary is
Jesus
adorable.
God, Gary! Tell us before you speak.
Sorry, Elijah. I just.
No,
very adorable.
no, Gary. We all agree. She's the cutest, fluffiest little thing that we ever did see. So, she's capable and cute. Devrin supposedly has been working for a year to get in here, and us two, we didn't muck it up. It's
There you
good.
go.
Hey.
Remember, drink on your own time.
True.
Fine.
I
Yeah.
want to repeat.
Walked out with the glass still.
I'm still holding it, and I'll just drink out of it.
Nice.
I can't help that I'm on island time.
You leave and you head out back towards the sook, back towards the docks where you're going to meet Brick, your contact, who's going to hopefully meet you with a 5th adventuring member who's going to help you on the next episode of the Constant Troubles. We'll see you then. Next week, maybe. Perhaps. Who knows?
We love the passage of time.
Bleh.
Till next time, brave adventurers. Let's boogie.